guys, how's it going? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. If this is your first time checking out the Divines channel, what is up? I'm Amy. If you're returning, welcome back, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm just getting my background noise in effects so it drowns out all the other noise from the lovely kids. So this will be your divine masculine message to divine feminine this week. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get going. So the first card coming through says, I'm sorry I ghosted. So pretty straightforward. As you guys can tell from the videos this week, I felt a sense of, when I woke up this morning, you know, I felt like so much was about to come out. Like I felt like good vibes, right? You know, and as I got into the reading, as I got into channeling, it wasn't a bad energy that I was picking up, but more so I felt like he had so much to say, he just doesn't know how to say it. So he is really taking him ghosting you to heart. Like, I feel like he's seeing all of the missed time, if that makes sense. He's looking back and he's saying, you know, however long it's been, 3 months, 3 years. I don't know why they just said 3, but that can be significant for someone. But I really feel like he's just coming through and he's saying, like, I didn't realize how much missed time there actually was, like, in between us. You know what I mean? Like, he's so sorry for ghosting because he knows it's lost time. He knows he can't ever get that time back. So it's this kind of this feeling that I'm feeling of, you know, I wasted so much time trying to just figure things out. You know, he wishes he could go back even though he knows that's not possible. So where he's at, and what he's saying is, like, please wait, don't give up on me, right? So I feel like he's coming in strong with this energy of, look, like, I ghosted. I get it. I know I ghosted. You know, I know there's lost time between us. I don't want that to be the factor of which splits us up forever, right? Because he's coming through strongly. He says, look, it hurts being away from you. It hurts knowing that you might be with someone else. It hurts knowing that you moved on. It hurts knowing that I'm not your only one anymore. It hurts knowing that I've hurt you. It hurts knowing that I broke your heart. You know, the fact of the matter is that for whatever reason he feels like he can't just come out and reach out at you, because he might feel like you are with someone else, so that's not gonna relate to everyone. Or the second part is he feels like he's not going to be giving another opportunity, because I feel like opportunity is lost, and that's what's going through his brain. But this for me is ego. This for me is fear. This for me is anxiety. It's stuff that he should have already been healing. It's stuff that he should have already been working through. And a lot of DMs are away from this energy, but this could be for those that are at the beginning or in the middle of their journey. But you have to know, whoever's divine masculineness is that he is really taking things to heart. He is really being in this place right now where the fact of the matter is he knows that you're not reachable. So I don't know what that means, but it's like he knows that he can't just pick up that phone and call or text. Even though some divine feminines are still single or they're actually waiting, to him, he doesn't even know that, because there's been such a disconnection or a lack of communication. So in his mind, he's so afraid that you've already moved on that that's what's stopping him, for some of your divine masculines, from coming forward. He says, holding back, there's so much more I want to tell you. Not everything was said. I still feel like there's stuff that he needs to be opening up about. There's stuff, you know, maybe he wants to explain where he's been, why he ghosted. Maybe he wants to explain, you know, what's been going on in his life. Maybe he wants to explain why he ghosted. Maybe he wants to explain, you know, what caused him to make that decision. Maybe he needs to explain how he feels, you know, why he couldn't open up at the time of you guys coming into communication. So, you know, he's coming there and he's saying, look, I will make things right between us one day. It's kind of like I heard, it's not over yet. Okay? So I think where divine masculine is this week is that he's just afraid to take to the next step, which I feel isn't a bad thing. Maybe he's been pushed back because spirit wants him to reflect on what he's feeling, work through those fears, work through that anxiety, work through that worries. So as the divine feminine watching this, I wouldn't worry too much about this week. I feel like he's coming through some type of spiritual, it's not an awakening really, I'm feeling. It's more of a spiritual battlefield where he's his own worst enemy right now. And until he passes the feeling of unworthiness or feeling like he's not good enough for you, he's going to continue to stay where he is. But that's only a little bit of your DMs. The other DMs are going to work through this and, you know, be better. Okay. Even though you were right, I had to learn things the hard way. And that's the thing, right? Isn't that the truth with everything? Is that sometimes we have to learn things the hard way in order to understand what is happening, in order to understand what, you know, the meaning of something is, or the lesson behind something. We all have to go through lessons. We all have to go through obstacles and challenges, you know, to be able to move through what it is that we need to be moving through. You know, and he says, you know, even though you were right at the beginning for whatever reason, whatever you said, whatever you did, you know, and I thought that you were crazy or, you know, losing your marbles. Now that I'm looking back at that, I knew you were right, but I had to go through the lesson I had to go through. So I don't know how you guys to relate to that, but that's what's really coming in strong. I've not forgotten about you, even if you think I have. And that's the thing. Some of you divine feminines are reaching out to me and you're saying like, Amy, I feel like he's forgotten about me because he's not messaging me. He's not telling me he misses me or loves me or connecting with me, but I feel him and, you know, I hear him and, you know, I just feel still so connected to him. And it's because you are a twin soul. So you will be still connected to your twin. But he needs you to understand that even though I've gone away, even though I'm trying my best to get through what I'm going through or trying my best to become what I need to become, I want you to know that I haven't forgotten about you. I haven't forgotten about how I feel about you. You know, it's just all about moving forward right now. I listen to music and I think about you. So music is very, what's the word I'm thinking? Very, his way of therapy, his way of dealing with things. So if you guys notice that songs are triggering you or happening in your YouTube and you don't normally listen to that, or there's like a recurring song on the radio, know that that's his way of trying to connect with you. That's his way of, you know, coming and really trying to initiate something or to let you know that he's there. I'm so passionate for you. There's a lot of passion between divine feminine and divine masculine. There always have been. You know, when he's saying, turns out all I ever needed was you. Okay, so he is doing what he needs to do right now, which is so important as divine feminines to continue to do what they need to do, to heal, to forgive, to work through any healing or any issues for themselves. He's saying, look, I prayed for you. I talked to God about you. I asked my angels to guide me, to help me. You know, he could be a very spiritual man. He could be very Christian, whatever. He could be very, he could even be watching, like I just heard, he could even be watching twin flame readings. Like trying to understand what this journey means, trying to understand what this connection means. Because, you know, he could be getting something with his dreams, because I just heard dreams. So he could be getting something, messages in his dreams, and he's trying to connect the dots. Okay? But he's coming through and he's like, look, you feel like home. You feel like my safe place, my haven, my safety net. You know, I have never had that before. You're the only person who truly gets me. Okay? Because you are. And you will always be the only person who truly gets him. You know? And that's kind of how they say, you know, go and find someone who loves you for you. Go and find someone who's going to love you for your flaws and all. That's what this is. Is that you, when you guys come in together, when you guys come into this place, it's about becoming your best versions of yourself and spiritually, emotionally, physically growing. And that's what the twin flame journey is. It's challenging, yes, and it's hard and frustrating, but it's so much more rewarding when you're finally at a place where you're healed and you're able to come into union. And the last one says, I'm going to get down on one knee and make you my wife. All right, so he has plans. marriage, making you his wife, is the top priority right now. But he knows within him that his biggest thing is getting himself to that place. So you guys have yourself a fantastic week. Hopefully this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.